Listen up. This is not just another damn video about startups, sales, or growth hacks. This is the cold, brutal truth you've been dodging, the fire you need to burn through your veins tonight. You've nailed product market fit. You know your product is actually something people want. Maybe you lived through the pain of endless pivots, brutal customer rejections, pulling all-nighters, questions from everyone doubting you. Yet here you are, staring at the same damn problem. Sales don't come easy. The pipeline feels empty, confidence bleeding out like a slow poison, every call ending with a polite rejection or worse. Silence. The frustration gnaws at your soul. You scream at your team, at yourself, at the universe. Why the hell can't we close? You see investors losing patience, your dreams slipping through fingers like sand. You're desperate for a breakthrough, for a lifeline, for something they never told you in those fundraising pitches. Guess what? The missing link isn't sexy. It's not a flashy new technology or some growth guru's magic wand. It's the brutally overlooked space between product market fit and making sales actually happen. The problem is, you accept that product market fit means, hey, people kind of want this. And that's enough to start throwing your money at ads, cold email campaigns, or fancy demos. No, if you leap straight to sales, this is what you get: a brutal grind, heartbreak, and more noise than signal. That's the trap where so many founders die. The missing link is not your product, not your sales talent. It's your positioning and alignment inside the real world your customers live in. Your product market fit is a theory. Sales lives in brutal reality. And reality doesn't care about your fancy roadmap or your tech specs. Reality listens to a sharp, precise voice that says, this solves your exact damn problem right now. And here's the reason why you can't afford not to act. If your pitch sounds like a buffet of features, you're invisible. If your story sounds like jargon, you're ignored. The missing link is a story so authentic, so aligned, so laser targeted on the buyer's true pain, it's like a shot straight to their core. You have to stop selling a product. You have to sell a transformation, a leap out of their painful status quo into the freedom your product creates. Here's the truth. They don't buy a product. They buy the escape from their current hell. The secret sauce you need is crafting a narrative that dissolves every objection before it hits the air, that rips down their defenses and wraps them in the promise of a changed future. The biggest mistake? Waiting until the sales call to figure out that story. You build it early, obsess over it, test it mercilessly. You find the exact words that make their eyes widen, like you just told them how to save their business, their job, their freaking life. This means radical empathy, not the soft, I get you talk. The deep, cold-blooded understanding of what keeps your customers up at night, what terrifies them, what feels impossible, and what taboo secrets they hide even from themselves. Find it, exploit it, own it. Then, and only then, can you step in with your product and say, here's the key to unlock this nightmare. Here's a brutal, non-obvious step. You must map your sales funnel to those exact emotional triggers. Break down your funnel from awareness, interest, desire, and action, then stitch in your storytelling at every single touchpoint to pull on those raw nerve endings. No generic email blasts. Each message must feel like a pulse-racing direct transmission from their own pain to your solution. Understand this. It's not enough to be great or useful. If you're not delivering a deeply personal reason for your ideal buyer to act now, you're invisible, neglected, abandoned. The clock is mercilessly ticking and every day lost is a grave dug into your dream. The pain? You are that pain. You are the founder running dry on patience, running dry on cash, running dry on hope. You're a leader trapped between the product you built and the market that reluctantly waits for a reason to believe. This is the edge you're standing on right now, the edge of breakthrough or death by obscurity. Don't pretend you have time for gentle advice. You need radical moves, not warm comfort. So here's your command, carved in fire. Stop selling what you think your product is. Start selling what your product becomes inside the mind of your customer. Then, tear your funnel apart. Rebuild it, cold and precise, around their emotional reality. Inject every stage with hooks that breathe urgency, relief, and transformation. Build a feedback loop that catches every lost soul and hauls them back in. Test your story every week. Refine until your pitch bites and burns like a shot of adrenaline. This ferocious alignment between the deep truth your buyer feels and your product's promise is the missing link. Without it, Product market fit is just a pretty lie, and sales are a myth whispered in startup folklore. Own this. Breathe this. Obsess over this. Watch as frustrated leads turn into locked in believers, as cold contacts turn into thunderous yeses. Lift yourself beyond the slog, beyond noise, beyond the traps of comfort and illusion. This is your moment to transcend the old way that binds so many. Selling by features, selling by hype, selling by shallow promises. It is time to fight back with brutal clarity, emotional truth, and relentless purpose. The market does not owe you. It is not an enemy, but a living thing that responds only to the power of real connection. You are the founder, the leader, the fighter you've been waiting for. Cut through the illusions, align your story with their rawest needs, and then dominate. Because product market fit without this fire is just a ghost. Sales without this truth is just noise. The missing link? It's your soul in the story you tell and the hunger you ignite in others to say yes. This is the secret weapon no one dares to admit. Take it. Use it. Make no apologies. The world is waiting for those who refuse to be invisible. Be one of them.